I am Igiseme Edie. Stay tuned.
The Nigerian Customs Service has emphasized the importance of stronger collaboration, intelligence sharing, and inter-agency synergy in addressing terrorism financing, money laundering, wildlife tracking, and other forms of transnational organized crimes. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, made this known during a study tour by participants of the operational level Countering the Financing of Terrorism and Regional Security Course 2, CFTRSC-OPL2, from the National Defense College, held at the Customs Headquarters in Maitama, Abuja. He commended the growing capacity development within the service, as well as the participation of officers drawn from various formations across the country. Adeniyi described Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force FATF grey list as a significant milestone that restored investors' confidence and strengthened the country's global financing standing.
I am Igiseme Edie. Stay tuned.
As Nigeria intensifies its efforts to optimize industrialization, a fresh collaboration is taking shape between the Nigerian Customs Service and the National Sugar Development Council. The engagement took place at the Customs Headquarters, where the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, received a delegation from the National Sugar Development Council, led by its Executive Secretary, Kamar Bakrin. At the center of discussion was Nigeria's long-term sugar sufficiency agenda and the role of institutional collaboration in support of local production. Speaking on behalf of the National Sugar Development Council, the Executive Secretary, Kamar Bakri, described the Nigerian Customs Service as a critical institution in the actualization of Nigerian Sugar Master Plan.
You can be sure that the desired cooperation and collaboration that is needed, we are going to do. And periodically, let's review, let's see what progress we have made. This is the kind of collaboration that I will seek with the Sugar Development Council. And I can tell you, in this engineer, we have somebody who is fit for purpose, who sits at the tariff and trade, that will ensure, that will be the focal point of our collaboration with you, and that will ensure that we jointly achieve these very lofty objectives that you have set for yourself.
First of all, it's important to understand the nature of the relationship between the National Sugar Development Council and the Nigeria Customs Service. It is not an exaggeration or an overstatement to say that the Nigeria Customs Service is probably the single most critical agency in terms of the attainment of the mandate of the Sugar Council, and by extension Nigeria's ambition of self-sufficiency in local sugar production. And its ambitions in terms of Nigeria's industrialization, Nigeria's development, job creation, infrastructure development in the rural areas, and so many other things. Not only was he able to articulate it himself, as though he was even the one making the presentation on our behalf, he then went ahead to specifically assure us of the services collaboration, and actually immediately outline concrete steps as to how this collaboration should run.
The engagement quickly moved from discussion to practical implementation steps. Both institutions agreed on the need for a joint working structure with customs, also designating 4 officers to sustain future coordinations. The battleship is expected to support Nigeria's broader drive towards food security, local manufacturing, and import substitution. The Nigerian Customs Service Semi-Area Command said it generated 9.79 billion naira revenue, representing a 448% increase compared to the 2.18 billion naira recorded within the same period. Speaking during a media briefing held at the command's headquarters on Monday, the Customs Area Comptroller, Comptroller Abdullahi Keila, attributed the increase to strengthen compliance measures, improve stakeholder collaboration, intensified anti-revenue leakage strategies, and the deployment of the B. Odogu Unified Customs Management System.
The Same Area Command has recorded a significant improvement in revenue performance since I assumed office in March 2026 to date. The command has generated a total revenue of 9,798,938,969 naira only. This represents an increase of 7,610,533,220 naira when compared to the sum of 2,188,405,749 naira collected within the corresponding period in 2025. The figure translates to an impressive growth rate of 448%. This remarkable achievement is attributable to strengthened compliance mechanisms, improved stakeholder cooperation, intensified anti-revenue leakage measures, enhanced operational efficiency, and the strategic deployment of the Bodogu Unified Customs Management System. The renewed dedication, professionalism, and vigilance demonstrated by officers and men of the command have also contributed immensely to this performance. We remain committed to sustaining these gains through institutional reforms, intelligence-driven monitoring, and transparent trade procedures capable of guaranteeing continuous revenue growth without obstructing legitimate trade activities. As one of Nigeria's most strategic and busiest land border formations, the Same Area Command occupies a critical position in regional and continental trade integration frameworks.
Keila disclosed that the command generated over 9 billion naira within the review period, an increase of 7.61 billion naira over the corresponding period. According to him, the remarkable performance also reflected the renewed dedication, vigilance, and operational efficiency of officers and men of the command. The Nigerian Customs Service Ogun 1 Area Command has intercepted a luxury bus conveying military camouflage uniforms and large quantities of cannabis indica, popularly known as Canadian Loud and Colorado, with a combined street value of 259.68 million naira. Speaking during a press conference held at the command's headquarters in Idiroko on Monday, the acting Customs Area Comptroller, Deputy Comptroller O.O. Afeni, said the seizure was made following an intelligence-led operation along the Shagamu-Benin Highway. Afeni disclosed that the interception was carried out by officers on what he described as a precise intelligence patrol.
This operation underscores a strategic shift in enforcement tactics, prioritizing intelligence-led strikes within the nation's inland. Nigeria possesses approximately 4,900 kilometers of land borders and coastline. While the Nigeria Customs Service maintains a presence at primary entry points, the sheer scale of this geography means it is near impossible to monitor every mile simultaneously. To bridge this gap, the command under my watch has intensified its intelligence gathering mechanism. These operations act as secondary safety net, catching contrabands that attempt to bypass border security. Today's seizures serves as a testament to the effectiveness of this layered enforcement strategy. The success of this mission was rooted in rigorous field surveillance. Our intelligence established that commercial transporters were being utilized to convey contrabands via federal highways under the guise of legitimate trade. Our network of informant analysts worked tirelessly to track this specific threat by utilizing real-time intelligence. On the 17th of May 2026, at about 1:30 a.m. hours, based on credible intelligence, our vigilant patrol team, while on precise intelligence patrol along Shagam-Benin Highway, was able to trail and successfully intercept the target luxurious bus without registration number, belonging to a transport company. The said vehicle was immediately moved to Ogunwan Command Headquarters Idiroko for physical examination. After 100% physical examination, the following items were discovered: 197 camouflage trousers and shorts concealed within unmarked cartons, 5 camouflage two-piece up and down, 32 mixed camouflage innerwear, 32 camouflage tops, 154 synthesized strain of cannabis indica, Canadian loud, coconut size, 7 parcels of synthesized strain of cannabis indica, Colorado, heterogeneous items that are pending investigation and system check, which will inform further actions to be taken. The estimated street value of the Canadian loud, Colorado, and camouflage is put at 259 million naira, 680,000. This seizure is a testament to the vigilance of our officers. The combination of illicit drugs and military regalia in a single catch suggests a coordinated attempt to undermine national security.
You are watching the program Customs Report.
As Muslims across the world celebrate Eid al-Kabir, the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, has urged Nigerians to embrace sacrifice, patriotism, patience, and national unity, saying the values symbolized by Eid al-Kabir remain critical to national growth and stability. CGC Adeniyi made the call shortly after observing Eid prayers at the Modakeke Eid ground in Ile-Ife, Osun State. Speaking with journalists after the prayers, the CGC described Eid al-Kabir as a solemn period that reminds Muslims of the virtues of obedience to Almighty Allah, sacrifice, and total submission to divine instruction, citing lessons from the story of Prophet Abraham. According to him, the essence of the celebration goes beyond festivities, stressing that Muslims are expected to reflect on the core lessons of faith, patience, and service to humanity. We all know what Eid symbolizes. It symbolizes obedience to Almighty Allah and sacrifice. These are values every Muslim is expected to imbibe in daily life, CGC Adeniyi said. The Nigerian Customs Service has strengthened its partnership with the media to promote stakeholder awareness, public trust, and national development. The partnership was renewed during a media parley held on Monday at the Kano Jigawa Area Command Headquarters, Abdullahi Diko Indi Conference Hall, Bompai, Kano. The event, organized by the National Public Relations Unit and themed Building Synergy Between the Media and Customs for Enhanced Stakeholder Awareness and National Development, brought together senior customs officers, journalists, and members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists from Kano, Jigawa, Kaduna, and Katsina states. Speaking at the parley, the National Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Customs Service, Deputy Comptroller of Customs, DC Abdullahi Maiwada, described the media as a critical partner in nation building and public enlightenment. The newly appointed Acting Assistant Comptroller General ACG of Customs, Frank Onyeka, has expressed confidence in the capacity of Comptroller Joe Anani to sustain the achievements of the Tinkan Island Port Command as he officially handed over leadership of the command following his elevation to the rank of Acting ACG. Speaking during the handover ceremony, Acting ACG Onyeka described his tenure at the command as challenging, rewarding, and impactful, noting that the successes recorded were made possible through the support of officers, stakeholders, and the leadership of the Nigerian Customs Service.
I wish to express my very deep appreciation to the Controller General of Customs and Chairman of the World Customs Subvention Council, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, PhD, MFR, PhD DAGA, for his visionary leadership and confidence in my ability and unwavering support throughout my tenure. His transformational leadership philosophy has contributed in no small measure at forging ahead the customs service in the Committee of Nations as far as global trade is concerned. I remain profoundly grateful for the opportunity given to me to serve in this strategic command. To the management team of Tin Can Island Port, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for your loyalty, professionalism, wise counsel, and tireless contributions. Your cooperation made governance easier and enabled us to achieve our collective goals. Every success recorded during this period was the product of teamwork and shared commitment. To officers and men of this command, words alone cannot adequately express my profound gratitude. Your discipline, resilience, sacrifices, and tremendous support throughout my tenure remain deeply appreciated. Together, we faced operational challenges with courage and determination, and together we built a command that continued to stand tall within the Nigerian Customs Service. Today, as I hand over the leadership of the command to Joe Anani, I do so having absolute confidence in his competence, his capacity, and leadership experience.
Reflecting on the command's achievements, AG ACG Onyeka disclosed that the Tin Can Island Port Command generated a total revenue of 1.6 trillion naira, while also collecting 104 billion naira within the first quarter. The achievement was not accidental. It was the product of discipline, intelligence-driven operations, improved compliance, robust stakeholder engagements, and deployment of modern trade facilitation tools aimed at enforcing legitimate trade.
1 franc is going out, another franc is coming in. All I need is your prayers, because it's a very big shoe that I'm stepping into. All the same, I have no doubt that I'll succeed. Why am I saying this? With all sense of pride. My ACG told me, Joey, like he used to call me, I've set a cruise control for you. I really worked hard when I came in here. All the plans are there for you to succeed if only you follow the way I was operating. Thank you very much, sir. It is with profound gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today as I assume duty as the area control of this prestigious seaport. First, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, PhD, PSC DAGA, and other management staff of Nigerian Customs Service for finding me worthy of this deployment to think.
The Ports Terminal Multi-Services Limited (PTML) command of the Nigerian Customs Service has welcomed a new acting comptroller, Deputy Comptroller Nura Ibrahim Miko, following the redeployment of Comptroller Joseph Anani to the Tin Can Island Port Command. As the official handover ceremony attended by customs officers, stakeholders and representatives of sister agencies, Miko pledged to uphold transparency, professionalism, and efficient service delivery while strengthening trade facilitation at the command. Speaking after assuming office, Miko assured stakeholders of his commitments to teamwork, integrity, and due process.
It is with great humility and deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today as I assume duty in this great command. Let me begin by thanking the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, PhD, PSC Daga, FNAR, for the trust and confidence reposed in me through this deployment. I fully understand the strategic importance and sensitivity of PTML command to the Nigerian Customs Service. I'm taking over a well-organized command from my elder brother and a senior colleague. His tenure has been marked by visible progress, discipline, and measurable achievement. The standard has been set, and it is clear, and I intend to consolidate and build upon it. To the officer and men of the PTML command, I want you to know this. I'm here to work with you, not to merely lead you. Under my watch, integrity will be non-negotiable. My senior colleague mentioned about fresh perspective. Trade facilitation will remain our priority. Therefore, I will upgrade my compliance unit to trade facilitation unit to enforce trade. Looking at the series of innovation presented by this administration, such as the TRS, the advanced ruling, one-stop shop, and the AEO for greater success and enforcement. Due process will be strictly respected. Teamwork will be our greatest strength. Result will be achieved through collaboration without fear. Together, we'll take this command to a greater height. I also seek the continued cooperation and collaboration of our partner government agencies and our esteemed stakeholders operating within the command. Effective port operation depends on interagency synergy, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to the trade facilitation.
Describing PTML as one of the most organized commands within the Nigerian Customs Service, Miko promised to consolidate on the achievements of his predecessor and deepen collaboration with agencies operating within the port environment. Comptroller Shaibu Keila, the Customs Area Comptroller of Semi-Border Command, has expressed a willingness to strengthen customs community relations and consistently celebrate children through educational support and other acts of corporate social responsibility. Speaking at the Children's Day celebration organized by the Semi-Command's chapter of the Customs Officers' Wives Association, COA, Keila said, "Children are the future of every great society."
As the father of the day and as Customs Area Controller, I reaffirm our commitment at Semi-Area Command to support initiatives that protect and uplift children and families. A secure border and a thriving trade environment will mean little if our homes are not strong. When children are well raised and women are supported, the entire nation benefits. To our children here today, celebrate yourselves, be obedient to your parents and teachers, work hard in school, and stay away from anything that can derail your future. Nigeria needs your energy, your ideas, and your integrity. The country you will inherit will reflect the values you build tomorrow. In closing, let me thank COAS and the chapter for organizing this event and for your tireless work in strengthening our community. May this Children's Day remind all of us of our collective responsibility to protect, nurture, and invest in the next generation.
While pledging support for future COA events, he said Semi-Command on his watch will not wait for the next Children's Day before doing something for the children as part of efforts to build a stronger future for them. The Nigerian Customs Service has emphasized the importance of stronger collaboration, intelligence sharing, and inter-agency synergy in addressing terrorism financing, money laundering, wildlife tracking, and other forms of transnational organized crimes. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, made this known during a study tour by participants of the operational level Countering the Financing of Terrorism and Regional Security Course 2, CFTRSC-OPL2, from the National Defense College, held at the Customs Headquarters in Maitama, Abuja. He commended the growing capacity developments within the service, as well as the participation of officers drawn from various formations across the country. Adeniyi described Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force FATF grey list as a significant milestone that restored investors' confidence and strengthened the country's global financing standing. The Nigerian Customs Service has explained why it sealed off the vessel MT NY Mariah, which was found discharging premium motor spirits without the requisite customs clearance at the MRS terminal, Dantata Jetty, Tinkan Island Port. The Tinkan Island command of the service said it discovered that the vessel lacked complete documentation, particularly the mandatory last port clearance required from the port of origin, and therefore placed under its control pending compliance. In a statement by the public relations officer of the command gave this explanation following misleading narratives circulating regarding enforcement actions. The Nigerian Customs Service Tinkan Island Port Command wishes to address misleading narratives circulating regarding enforcement actions taken on the vessel MT NY Mariah, which was found discharging premium motor spirits without requisite customs clearance at the MRS terminal, Dantata Jetty, Tinkan Island Port. The service considered it necessary to provide factual clarification of the circumstances surrounding the incident and to reaffirm the legal basis for the actions taken by its officers in line with the Nigerian Customs Service Act, Act number 35.
Just before I round up this week's edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Nigerian Customs Service has continued to seize consignment for smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. For me, Igeseme Edinye, thanks for watching.